Well, hey, it's Arlissa, educator to trader, and I am going to talk to you today about how do you close your trades real fast with the PDT hack, okay? I always talk about the PDT hack in my videos, but now I'm actually going to show it. I'm going to show when you would use it and how you would use it, okay? So let's get into it. Okay, so we're looking at Friday, May 1st. Friday, May 1st. Okay, May 1st, 2026 is what we're looking at. And so this morning, now yesterday was the end of the month. I told you all we had a really big run, a huge run up. So today was seemed to be like it might be a bit of a continuation, but the price gapped up as you can see here. When price opened today, it gapped up and started to just move. It gapped up, filled a little bit of this gap. Let me close the VWAP so we can see clearly. It closed a little bit of the gap. I mean, just a little bit, right? Maybe less than a quarter of it. It kind of dropped back a little bit and then moved from there. Okay. So two up, basically, looking like we're going to go. So I did the 30-minute opening range. I could have done the 15-minute opening range right here, but I've said to y'all before, I really would rather do the 30-minute. 15-minute opening range, you do see it go out to the upside, but with the 30-minute opening range, you're waiting to see a more clear direction. And this is outside of the opening range, yes, but not really giving a good push. So I wasn't feeling too bullish because if so, I would have wanted to be under this gap because this is the gap and price will come back to the gap. It likes to do that. And that's below 72.10. And I knew up here, the premiums would be very low up here, down here. So I waited and waited. Actually, I had some 1DTEs, so I just was letting them close. My put credit spread from overnight, it closed. And then the call credit spread was challenged just a bit. I had 72, 80, 90, something like that is what I had. So I just let that one continue as this came on back down. So price comes back down, gets down. We've got a 1 candle, then we've got a 2 candle. So now this failed 2 down is I'm looking here to see, is this going to give us entry? Now price is still in the opening range, but I'm looking for entry now. I'm looking for entry to see if there's a trade we could potentially put on. Price is still underneath VWAP though. I'm not super fond of that, but you'll see on this next candle what happens and what did I do, okay? So now I'm going to talk about the PDT hack. How do we open and close these trades? Because that's what I want you to see is what do you do when you need to close these trades, whether for a profit or for a loss. Okay. So with the strat, as we know, the entry here, this is our PCS entry. Once it passes the top of that candle, okay, I want it a little bit more in there so you all could, maybe I'll just do it in the middle. How about we do that? Oh, maybe center. That's better when I say middle. I said want it on the top. Yes. That's the PCS entry. This is the PCS entry. I'll take these dots off now because we won't need them. All right. This is the PCS entry over here. Once price passes the top of this failed 2 down candle, and it's also above VWAP, that's your put credit spread entry. And with that put credit spread entry, I also selected strikes of, there we go. I selected strikes below here. And I did 72, 40, 45, I believe. Let me look to make sure. 72. Yes, 40, 45. 72, 40, 45 put credit spread. Okay, so this is the strike that I selected to go below the bottom of this 2 candle with the thought that price would continue up. Even if it just went back up to the high of the day at 72.72, it still was going to give us what we needed, right? I was looking at gamma. I have all the things that I'm looking at to see, are we still bullish? What's the plan? Is everything still going okay? All right, so then we continue on upwards, or so we think we're going to continue on upwards. And then way last one day, what happens? What happens? What happens? Let's see what happens after price goes a little bit further. A little bit further. I'm actually gonna bring this. I'm gonna bring a piece of information in. Okay, so price goes up. Let me get another candle in here. This is the 15-minute chart I'm looking at. Generally, I'm on the 15 and the 30. So I'm looking at these two. Price is still going up. Yep, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I have now set the PDT hack. I'm going to pause here. I've now set the PDT hack. Let me talk about how would I have set that? What would I do? Okay, so PDT hack. 71, 72, 40, 45 is what I received. Okay, let me put us a little note down here. I received I went 72, 40, 45 put credit spread. And the put credit spread I received $55 for that. All right, $55 is $4.55 max loss. We agree if that's a 5 spread. First trade, 72, 40, 45 put credit spread. I received 55 cents. $4.55 is max loss on that trade. All right, for the PDT hack, what we do next is 72, 40, 45 call credit spread. You have the exact same strikes, call credit spread, and you want some amount greater than 455. Okay, so I'll do something like 4.90. You know, if 4.90 is what I'm going to put in the limit box for this trade. Now, PDT hack only works on Thinkorswim and it works in Tradier. Not very many brokers do it, but Thinkorswim is one and doesn't charge an extra fee. Tradier charges an extra fee if they do it, okay? But you want to do the second trade, 72, 40, 45, call credit spread, put 490 in the limit box, okay? This is a, what's this, $35? From 55 to 90. This will be $35 of locked in profits. Okay, once you have this second trade filled, this would be $35 of a profit that will be locked in if you were to get this second trade to fill. You need to get them both filled in order for this to do its thing, okay? So that's what I put that trade on. It's basically working. Time is moving. I put this trade in immediately after I entered the first trade. I put the second one on. I mean, this is like my stop loss. The PDT hack is my version of the stop loss. It's going to, close up our trade, okay? So then right at this next candle at, right here, I showed it to you already. But what happens here? Let me show you what happens here, okay? I've got me a little... Let me see, can I put it here? Yep, copy image. And I want to paste this image in here. Pasting in the image. Y'all may not be able to see this very well, but I'm going to tell you what it says. Okay? This basically comes out at 12, just after 12 o'clock. This comes out and says Trump is going to do tariffs, that if your car was not made in the U.S., you're going to have to pay Okay, as soon as this tariffs tweet information X, as soon as this comes out from Walter Bloomberg, this is the result of that. This next candle comes, it goes up as high, it was up as high as 72.67, and it falls massively and quickly. Okay, this is all in the 15-minute, basically a 2-3 reversal as a result of this information. Now I know, okay, my stop loss is also down here where it says to pick your strikes here. This is also my stop loss. This same area here is the stop loss. I'm using that same bottom of this. If the price gets back to the bottom of this candle, that's my stop loss. Basically says what we thought was going to happen did not happen. So we need to now shut this trade off. Stop loss is the bottom of this trade, with the bottom of this candle, which was low 72.44.99. Okay. That's the 72.44.99. Might have said 49. Did it say 49 or 99? It said 49. Okay, so that's the stop loss. All right, 72.44.49 is the stop loss based on this because I'm doing everything based on my entry candle. All right, so price goes up, it's here. And then the next thing you know, trade hasn't had enough time to really do any good because we need with credit spreads, we need the time to pass and we need the price and or the price to go away from it. So now that price has gone away, that could be again, but not much time has passed. I entered the trade at like 11:45 and here it is 12 o'clock. So the trade has had 15 minutes to run before it starts doing something different. So now I'm looking real close to say, okay, this PDT hack getting 490 is probably not going to happen. So what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Well, the next plan is, see, we're coming down. Now, in this case, the price has not come all the way down to the stop loss, but I know a reversal when I see one. So what I now need to do is take and adjust this PDT hack. So if everything had gone well, price had kept going, I would have been able, hopefully, to lock this in and lock in a profit. But when the price has now reversed and this is no longer doing what it's supposed to be doing, now I have to change this really quickly to another price that is going to lock in a bit of a loss. It's basically a way to your own version of a stop loss, like I say, but it's not going to let the trade go to max loss. You're using your charting knowledge to say this right here is probably not going to recover and I need to go. All right. So if 455 was the max loss and I take in $3.40, I believe that's what I took in. Did I take in 340? I feel like I took in more than that, but let's see. 40, 45. No, I took in 340. Okay, so 455 max loss. I took in 340. This is now a loss of, right? Take away these two, what, $1.15? This is now a loss of $1.15. Okay, so now this is not a profit that's locked in anymore. This is a loss that is locked in. $1.15 or $115 of a loss that is now locked in. Oh, you know what? This is wrong. There we go. 55, this should be a 45. I was like, something is not right about this. I know it was $1.05 in my math. I was like, there we go. Okay, so $55 taken in is 445 of a max loss. Y'all should have stopped me if I was making mistakes. And then you got 340 is what I took in. That's a loss of $1.05. All right, so I've now locked in. I didn't use a day trade. I did not use a day trade. But I've stymied or closed off, the trade. This is proper risk management. This is proper risk management here because we are, one thing about credit spreads, your profit to, your risk to reward is skewed significantly. So when that's the case, you have to have a way to make sure that you don't lose a whole bunch of days worth of profits all in one trade, right? And you can if you don't stop this before max loss. So I did not use a day trade, but I locked in a smaller loss, much like a stop loss, which is what we do. A loss of $1.05 on a 5 wide. This on SPX. This is good stuff. Okay. So let's look at some more candles just to see what the rest of the day did hold. I want you to see what the price action did continue to do. As the day goes on, price does drop a little further into past the stop loss, even though I exited a little bit earlier. Price does actually drop into that area, drops right into where I said I was having a stop loss. It dropped right into there. It does recover off of this 72.37. It recovers, goes up a little bit back to VWAP, but it cannot get above VWAP. Notice I needed that trade to be up above 72.67. I needed this to go on up there in order for me to have profits. It did recover a little while, and then guess what it does again? It drops down one more time. It says, yep, we're not done yet. Not quite finished. Okay. So then we drop, pause, drop back into the gap. SPX is back into the gap. This whole purple box is the gap. It's back into there. And then we finally have a little bit of a pop at the end of the day, but don't get excited. Do not get excited. It goes back to 72.47. It comes up almost to VWAP and this 21 period moving average. And then it says, well, I'm really tired and I'm finished. All right. So just so you see, price ends, SPX price ends at 72.30. Price ends at 72.30. Right? I had 72.40, 45 put credit spread. If I had left this trade going, hoping it would recover, I would have suffered max loss. So because I'm serious about risk management and trying to do the best we can to turn off bad trades turn off trades that aren't going our way as quickly as possible. Here we go. Everything I'm looking at says this trade was fine. I'm following my strategy, back over VWAP, got the, failed 2 down. We're back in motion. But then something you can't control is when you've got people who say, yep, this is what happens. And that can be so difficult. Okay. So anyway, this is what we have to do. But you need to know before you enter your trade, what are you going to do? Are you going to close it with profit? You can use the PDT hack for that. Or are you going to close it with the smaller loss? All right. Now, after this is all over, you could you could look at some call credit spreads after price pops up and can't do anything. We got some call credit spread 72.70, 72.60. Basically, I start to walk it back down, but I don't walk it down in the copy trading account because that's not the way I trade in the copy trading account. All right. So 72.70, 80 call credit spread is here. And then later, I actually did 72. I can take this off. I actually did 72.60. I think I did 72.60, 65 call credit spread as well. Basically walking it down as prices popping and rejecting. I'm just putting in trades along the way to mitigate the loss that was taken. Okay, I don't do multiple trades in the copy trading account. We do one over there, maybe 2 if there is a clear and clean possibility, but this never really gave us a clean possibility. If you didn't notice yet, price stayed in the opening range almost all day. So really what this ended up being, even though this monster moves were happening, this ended up being an iron condor day, staying above the 72.65 or 72.72 and below this 72, the bottom of this opening range, or if you've gotten into the mid range of the gap, that would have worked as well. So that's what it ended up being after yesterday's very hard move. Okay, so I walked you through an example of using the PDT hack to lock in a profit. But today's example, of course, included locking in a loss. But I think it's always imperative that you know before you open a trade that you know what are you going to do if this trade goes well? What are you going to do if this trade doesn't go well? You need to know that on the front side. That way, if it starts to get all wonky and your brain shuts down, you already have your plan in place, right? Because in the midst of price dropping and your trade going into the tank, it's hard to think. You have to have thought about that ahead of time. Okay, so PDT hack is a full resource that I have at my website. You can go to educatortotrader.com and grab you access to it if you want to be able to use it. I know we don't have that much longer to use the care about pattern day trader, but in the meantime, we got the whole month of May to be concerned about our day trades. Okay. Again, membership is there and available. Trade with the members and help walk them through all these things and coach and teach and train. We have a meeting every week where I do training and teaching and charting. We do all the things together, basically trade together. I provide alerts and all. You can get the link to the membership down in the description as well, or you can get access to it at my website. Last but not least, you could join copy trading where you don't have to do any of the work. You just put your money in there and I do the work for you. Okay. And that link is in the description as well. Alrighty. I want you to stay green and I want you to get this money. Bye.